I come to you with crazy hair because this is a crazy idea. I'm not doing variables anymore in my emails. I've decided if I have full control over an email, I'm not going to include any variables. Oh, Jordan, you're so spicy. Why are you so spicy? But Jordan, variables convey value. If you say someone's name at scale, they're going to like it. But Jordan, how will you say three words different to all your prospects? Well, the reason I am ditching variables is because there's a very able, capable improvement to this process, which is to run your process like a great AE would run their process. And every time, okay, this is like a little bit more uncomfortable. I'm a little vain sometimes. If you think about it, the thing that most AEs do is they research. They research the things that are most relevant to the company, where they know that information will be. They put together a dossier, and then they write a message. Well, AI can do all those things, but it needs to be told what to research, where to research it, what information is important, not as much how to structure it, but that's important for humans, and why that company should be researched in the first place. Those are kind of the four. And if you do that, then you know the companies are right because you picked them well in the first place. The research is done properly. The AI models have compiled enough of that research. Then you take that research to copy. And the key thing, which I'm going to show you here in a second, is that that copy needs to be about your research and then needs to ask a question related to the product that you serve. Now, you could also do this as an offer. I didn't in this case. I did a question. There's one other thing which we're not going to talk about today, but there's one other thing that I probably will eventually move to is building a workflow for a customer, which is to say when X or Y or Z changes in the world within all those other parameters, right company, etc. So for these set of companies only, when X or Y or Z changes in the world, understand that change, or research that change, understand that change, and write about that change. Now, this is why I've been attacking sort of signals based outbound because I think it's a little unfair because that word is overused, right? And I think the thing that I generally don't like about it is that a signal. Actually, I think the difference is signals and triggers. People think about a trigger, and then the message is the trigger. Now, the value in what I'm talking about is actually a workflow. It's a workflow because a signal is just the first beginning of something, which is something has changed in the world. That's important. But the signal is not the message. And especially it shouldn't be the message of the AI. The signal is like, this is a company that you should contact now because something important has changed in their business relative to you. But then you need to work through my process. All right, I've talked too much. This is me talking too much. All right, this is what a good prompt looks like. So this is a Claygen, right? This is Claygen basically looking through all of the information on researching for companies that we care about. So, and this research prompt, I might share later. I don't know. This might be secret sauce. This isn't secret sauce. And I like promoting Ampersand. It's a great product. Okay, so basically, it's like, be as specific as possible. Use your creative brand. Never use cliches or filler words. No fluff in the English language. You're writing like a very senior executive. Ideally, the question will slightly hint at Ampersand, whose full description is here. And then I used ChatGPT or Claude. Actually, I used Claude. And I copied and pasted all of the text on all of the pages on the website and say, summarize this. Tell me what this company does and why it matters. And then basically, here's the copy template. Your answer should always look like no other text. Write casually. It's important to be specific, but never include words that don't convey meaning. So let me show you some examples of this. Now, I did this in 20 minutes, so this is not what we're sending. This is not what we're sending. But let's just paste a couple example responses. Paste unlinked, please. No, I don't know. There you go. Okay. By the way, people always ask me about key commands and stuff I'm using. I used a tool from Setapp that pastes plain text. So that's how I got it to not use the table. From Research ClickUp, your integration strategy appears priority seamless connectivity with popular tools like Google Drive and Salesforce, productivity enhancements, workflow streamlining. This could be better. You're expanding API for deeper customer. How do you manage auth token refreshes? This is a question that is actually based on everything about ampersand. Same thing with this one. So how do you manage integration infrastructure scaling? We always ask a question that is very specific to ampersand's value relative to the problem that the company might have. So you see, there's no variables here. The whole damn thing is a variable. And I use Claude Sonnet 3.5 for this, which is, expensive. I don't know, maybe there's a couple pennies, but it's certainly better than your AE doing all this work. And so I think we are now at a place where, and I wouldn't say this before Sonnet 3.5. We're now at a place with a good enough prompt and, more importantly, a thoughtful workflow where every single piece of the email can be written for the person. And the next phase after this is to do what I've already done for the home services field, is to make the workflow the ability to sort the world to find the highest value signal in the world. And signal is not the right word, but to find the highest valuable piece of information for the person that you're contacting and deliver it to them all programmatically. And you can monitor the entire world, all the internet, because of Google, singularly because of Google, because they have made monitoring the world essentially free. You can send these AI agents out to do weekly searches, daily searches, depending on how much money you have. And it's not expensive. It's a penny per row, max, with everything, like sending everything a penny per row. And it'll get cheaper. As the AI models get cheaper, it'll get even cheaper. So suddenly now you can monitor the world for things that change. It doesn't matter how frequently. It doesn't matter where they are across the entire planet, and deploy a message like this at scale. But to do it, you have to have a deep insight on your prospect, what they care about, why they care about it, what matters to them. And that's a single thing that people are lacking. The workflow is not hard. No one has the understanding because they're just trying to sell more of their wares. They don't really understand their customer. And if they did, and if they understood the things that change in their world and what's important in their world, and you can do this if you have a very niche ICP. Chatted with the guy that sold to salons. I'm like, great. Salons don't really change much across the country, is my guess. And it's probably easier to really, 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 really deeply understand their problems. So this is why strategy is important. All right, long video, 9 minutes. I hope this is helpful to you. I will paste this. I'll paste this prompt just in LinkedIn. It'll look deranged, but enjoy it. And I guess you could actually take a screenshot and then use Apple's AI to just copy out this URL and just get it that way. Yeah, I'll leave it to you, AI savvy folks of the world. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.